Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters of Islam. Today I wanted to talk about what the bad side of us, what its job is, and what I mean by the bad side of us. Now Allah creates us with angels that protect us, angels that record us, and one devil. Now this type of devil, like this shaitan, he tries to get the bad side of you to overtake you. Kind of like when you feel like angry and you're trying to hold yourself back. This is when the shaitan would whisper in your ear, and he'll keep whispering and whispering and whispering, and he'll not stop until the bad side comes out of you, and you just let the bad side go. Now how can you prevent this from happening? You can prevent it. You can read the surahs that are most effective to the shaitan, that would send him away, or listen to Quran in general, or you can make wudu or purify yourselves. There's lots of ways to do that. Now if you had to let it out, if it were to come out and then you've realized what you've done and you want to fix that mistake, you can make some wudu and you can recite some Quran and pray 2 rakats, or ask Allah for some forgiveness and pray to him to protect you from that shaitan. Now the shaitan isn't going to ever go. It's going to stay with you always. This shaitan, its job is to make the anger come out. Its job is to stop you from going to pray your salah. Its job is to make you focus on other things. And I always get this question a lot, where I always ask myself, why were we put here, and what's the purpose of us being here? Well, it's easy to answer. We were put here to worship. Allah said, I did not put you here to go shopping. I did not put you here to go and play games. I did not put you here to bully other people. I did not put you here to focus your head on other things. What did I put you here for? I put you here to worship me. He said that I put each and every single one of you here to worship me. So Allah put us here to worship him. But look what life has become. Now we have work, we have promotions, we have education, we have bigger things to deal with. Or at least people think they're bigger things. Wallahi, my brothers and sisters, nothing is bigger than Allah. Nothing is greater than Allah. And wallahi, I swear, nothing is more important than Allah. Even me as a child, my parents should put Allah first before me. Instead, all of us should put Allah before anyone. Our parents should put Allah before us. We should put Allah before our siblings, our friends, before anything. Because on the day of judgment, when you stand in front of Allah and he asks you, where was your time for me? Did you have any time for me? When you had enough time, when you had nothing you were doing, did you have used that time for me? Where was that time for me? Did you have the time for Allah? What was you too busy doing? Was you too busy playing video games? I'm telling you, all these things in life, wallahi, nothing is going to get you to Jannah. Nothing is going to ever get you to Jannah but Allah. Allah is going to be the one to take you to Jannah. So I don't understand. Why are you not putting your focus on Allah? Why are you not putting your head with Allah? If you die thinking about Allah, that's the best way to die. If you die in sujood, that's the best way to die. If you die reciting Quran, that's the best way to die. All these good ways, if you're doing dhikr, that's the best way to die. If you're giving someone charity at the mosque, that's the best way to die. Walking to a mosque, best way to die. About to go and make wudu, best way to die. If you guys really think you can just go and start beating someone up or hurting someone, you must be not okay in your head. Who do you think you are? Don't you know that Allah is more capable of doing this to you than you are doing it to that person? Once our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was walking by two people, and one of them was both of them were fighting, and he told them to stop, and he said, "Don't you know that Allah is more capable of doing this to you than you are of doing it to this person?" So this is the lesson. Don't fight, don't argue, don't backstab, don't backbite, and especially backbiting. When I say backbiting, I don't just mean acting nice in front of people, and then yet again you go and talk behind them. You go and talk about them to, for example, your sister or your brother or your friends. That is the worst action. How could you do that? Why, my brothers and sisters, how could you ever do that to your own mother? She looked after you and she fed you, and you're going to go and backstab her. Who do you think you are to go and do all this stuff? Who do you think you are? You do know that Allah is the greatest and He's the biggest. So when your mother tells you not to do stuff and she goes out, and you're there, when she's out, you do whatever you want. So does this not prove you're not scared of Allah? You don't give a damn about Allah? Do you really think Allah is something small? On the day of judgment, when you're standing in front of the court of Allah, you're not going to find Him small like you thought He was. Allah's not something small. Allah's something big. Everything in this life is going to end. If you get a promotion in a job, you live your life, that's going to end. If you get the biggest nice house, you're famous, you're rich, wallahi, that's going to end. You get good tests, you get good graduations, that's all going to end. Everything is going to end. So make your life the best it can be. Don't waste your time being a person who lives a life of thug, or being a person who lives a life of being a gangster. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us who a real man is. Who is a real man? He told us a real man is someone who completes their duties to Allah, is someone who serves their community, someone who serves their duties to their parents, someone who respects, someone who helps, not someone who's lazy or someone who jokes about Islam, and especially joking about the religion of Islam. I want to quickly tell you all the story. There were these two boys, two kids or adults or whatever they were, and they kept making fun of Islam. Like, they kept saying people with hijab look like, I can't remember exactly what they said about people with hijab, or people's beard, they're so low like a snake, or it looks like a square, and they're making fun of the religion of Islam, saying Allah is not real, Allah is something small. They're laughing at it. So what does Allah do?